Yo, what up? What up? What up? It's your boy EJ, aka Mr. Conversation, man. I am here with In the Mirror podcast, man. We're gonna have a lot of fun today. I know y'all used to Coco being over here, but she ain't here today. I'm gonna sign in for a little bit, just today, y'all. She will be back on the next episode. But now, with me, I have Miss Sky Rains right here to my right.
What's up? What's up? How y'all doing today?
Okay. And then I also have Frankie, aka Frank the Tank. What's up with you? You told me not to say it, but I said it anyway, y'all.
I'm not Frankie. Yes, Frankie Foster. Two Things Can Be True podcast. Thank you for having me here.
Oh, no problem, no problem. So, since we have a new, beautiful, intelligent young lady here, tell us about your podcast real quick and what you do over there.
For sure. So my podcast is Two Things Can Be True. We talk about just the dualities of life. I talk to different people that I'm just interested in. I think that's how me and you connected. I love following local creators and talking to them about their why, what they're doing, their platforms, and that's really what the show is about.
Okay, for sure. So another podcast that is great, and you can find a lot of different things on it. And so she's not just pigeonholed into one thing, kind of just like the hot seat and in the mirror. We do a lot.
Right.
So this also just want to say this is the beginning of a beautiful partnership and stuff. This beginning of the year. I said I wanted to network with more podcasts and help just push the knowledge and the entertainment that we have out here. So thanks to Jimmy. Just want you to say something real quick, Jimmy, man. Thank you for allowing us to be on your platform, brother.
Hey man, it's a pleasure and an honor to have y'all here. I'm glad y'all came in and joined us here in the mirror. We're trying to do something. We just getting off the ground. This is our matter of fact, full year anniversary. This month makes a whole year
Oh,
in the mirror.
that's what's up.
Appreciate that. So we're glad to have you guys and hope that we can do something, in the future to make this thing work.
All right.
All right.
We are waiting. Philly will be here in a little bit, y'all. He ran into a little traffic. So, just be patient. I know some of y'all are waiting on Philly to come through and give his perspective. But definitely. So, Sky, how was
Yes.
your weekend?
Um, Restful.
It was restful.
Yeah.
You getting ready for battle? Get ready for battle. All right, and how was yours, Frank?
My New Year's been going great.
Okay.
Let me tell you, I was sick from Christmas to New Year, so just getting back into the swing of things. I go back to work tomorrow, so I'm ready. Look, this was a great way to kick off getting back to work.
All right, so
Mhm.
let's kick it off then. All right, so the main topic of today is non-traditional relationships, right? But we're gonna focus on poly first before we go to other. Now, since this person had been bugging me on the hot seat to bring this up multiple times, and I was never able to fit it in exactly how I wanted to, but we have the opportunity to talk about it now. So after you take your sip of your drink.
Take a sip, girl.
hmm Now the ladies, they said they was ready for war. You see, Frankie is dressed.
We
like
are
she's
not
ready
ready
for
for
war.
war. Stop. Don't start that.
Why do you come in
Don't start
fatigues
that
if
shit
you
today.
not ready
We
for
don't
war?
start that stuff today.
And she got the biker jacket, like you know what I'm saying. Biker clubs, that's what all they do
These
is
are
fight.
bad shit.
So they come and see me. I got the collar shirt on. I'm trying to
We
be.
can't help what we are.
Yeah.
Did you plan this or you just? I just got dressed.
No, I just got dressed.
See, me and Jimmy, we in like some sophisticated stuff. You know what I'm saying? We got the collar on and everything. Y'all coming to fight?
You said you wanted to talk.
Oh, we was talking.
No, you're talking.
Okay, all right. Don't bring the tank next time, Frank. Okay.
And I don't think she want to fight in her nice boots. I like them boots. By
Oh,
the
thank
way.
you, thank you. I love your
Them
red
combat boots. What you talking about?
shoes. You're not.
Them combat boots. And you got on your at the gym like you about to fight somebody shoes on.
Man.
Listen,
Okay, all right. So getting into it now, y'all. We played enough. Now, poly relationship. Where do you want to start, Scott? Because I heard a conversation earlier on the phone that you brought me in on for a second.
Yeah.
So what's up? Let's talk about that. What's up?
Okay, so I was actually talking to my godfather and Lil Africa. He's a local artist here in Columbus, right?
hmm
So I asked them if why why men can have multiple women and be praised about it, but if a woman has multiple men, she is shunned upon and considered a hoe.
Hmm.
That was the question.
Tell us, EJ.
Okay. So if that's how we want to start, I don't mind starting there.
I like it. I want to start here.
Okay, but what I would like to do
Okay.
is explain the definition first
Of what?
Okay.
of polygamy first. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know if this is polygamy. Maybe this should be non-traditional relationship.
But yeah,
Yeah, so we'll
I
wrap.
got you.
Yeah, I got you. Go ahead.
So to answer this question, what you're talking about, right?
Uh-huh.
We have to go to this old parable, and I know you guys have heard it before. Okay,
Mhm.
it's the parable of a key and a lock. All right.
Okay.
So if you have a lock, all right, that allows 10 different keys to open it,
Mhm.
is that lock safe? Yes or no? Please just answer the question before we go.
I
any
say
further.
no. I
Okay.
mean,
It's not, because nobody wants a lock that has a hole in it that allows multiple keys to be inside of it and open it, right?
yeah.
Wait, let me
That's
finish.
where you gonna go with
Just
that?
let me finish, please.
Okay, go ahead.
But if you have a skeleton key, which is a key that can open up many, many doors, we love that, right? We want a key that can get us in many, many doors, but we don't want a
But you the
lock
key.
that allows.
And the locks are all the women that you want to be able to unlock.
Correct. Yes.
Got it.
Mhm. So
Got it.
if I'm a janitor,
But if
right.
I have a skeleton key,
Mm.
then anybody can unlock my door.
but you don't have a skeleton, you're the lock in this scenario. You are the lock. The lock lets something inside of you. Okay.
That's-
So
Go ahead.
So,
Go ahead.
I'm a key.
I'm gonna let you cook. Go
So
ahead.
so if you
Yeah, let 'em
if
talk now.
I'm your key, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I probably don't want other keys to unlock your lock, all right? But in whether it's society or whether it's practicality or whatever, a key that can open up many locks is praised because now it just is. I'm gonna stop right there and we can go to some other things. Y'all give a round of applause for Philly coming in, man. What's up with your playboy?
What's up, Philly?
What's up, Philly?
I'm Frankie. Oh, you're
You know,
Philly.
you
Yeah,
know,
that's it.
I'm Chris. I love that. So he was like, wait, no. A proper introduction. For sure. I love it.
I just want to say you dressed that up real nice.
Yes.
No, he didn't.
That's
He
that's
did.
purpose.
Go ahead. Why?
He
What you
dressed it
said?
up because before from verses before when we referenced it, you know,
Okay.
he made it sounded better than it was last time. But okay,
But let's just say it's still BS.
yeah.
Okay,
What did you say?
so let's
Yeah.
so let's unpack this. Frankie, why do you feel that is BS?
Because you are only allowing the man to be the key. The key is anybody that is single and looking for a mate. So therefore, two single people could be two keys that are just interacting. And then maybe if you unlock my lock,
Watch this.
what?
That makes sense to you?
Listen, you got to turn me into the lock. Until you turn me into the lock, I'm the key.
To change the analogy. That ain't even.
There are different perspectives of that analogy. If
Okay.
I'm single, I'm the key.
Okay.
And if a man is able to make me feel secure enough to become the lock and he's unlocking the key, well, then that's what it is. But you man, have to make me soft enough as a single woman who's also looking for the ideal mate that, yeah, for me to turn into a lock.
Jimmy, can you respond to that specific what's called? Because we've talked about that before about making.
Right.
Them do
That's
something.
exactly. That's what I was going to ask her
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
You say that it's a man's responsibility to make you soft, or should you already be soft?
I am soft,
Right.
but I am a single woman in 2025. So I'm independent. I
It's
have my-
2026 now.
2026. That's right. Thank you, babe.
Okay.
So 2026, and I'm a single woman with all my own things, and I'm looking for a mate, just like men are looking for. Like I'm not looking for a mate, but
I get
I'm
you.
vetting.
Right,
I'm
right.
vetting
I
for a mate.
understand.
Yeah.
Right. So, we had this discussion before. Just kind of hit back on what you're saying. The man should make you be soft, but isn't you already a wife before you find a husband?
I'm capable of being a wife. I'm not a wife because I don't have a husband. And no ring
Well,
on the
not-
finger.
Right.
No
I
ring.
get that part.
Yeah, yeah.
I get that part. Even though the ring doesn't solidify you being married,
Mhm.
more than this. That's just the Western culture of a ring. The actual solidification of marriage is sex. Do you agree?
No.
No?
Absolutely.
Not biblically.
Listen, you can go there, but if you talking about having sex before marriage, miss me with the biblical stuff.
No,
I don't even hear it.
I'm not.
Don't even come to me with that.
So
if you believe in premarital sex, then you cannot then pick and choose the parts of the Bible that you want to apply to your relationship. Agree?
well, no, not necessarily. I mean, if you okay, just say I'm a man that I do. I can't say my take on the Bible is I do read it, I do understand it, but I still question it. Okay.
Mhm.
So I don't think that everything in it is pertaining to how we should be.
But
Okay.
explain, what do you mean?
Everything that's written in the Bible is not pertaining to
We're
how we
not
should
following
be.
the verbatim.
Right.
I got you. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
Like there's Old Testament where we're sacrificing and cutting up goats, and we
Right.
don't do that anymore.
right, exactly.
Because the blood,
Well,
so we don't have to do that
it's
no more.
also too,
Yeah.
you also have to see who this was being said to, why it was being said, and when it was being said. So I'm saying, so does not necessarily mean that what was said then applies, like you said, to us now. You know what I'm saying? And who was God talking to when he was saying this in the first place? It wasn't everybody.
Mhm.
It was just ones who believed, right? So, okay, so if you saying that you don't believe in sex before marriage, right?
Wait, before we go down, are you saying that you don't?
Wait.
Yeah, that's what I was
That
going to
was
say.
a question.
Are you saying that
Am I saying what?
you don't believe in sex
That was
before
a
marriage?
question, right?
I have a daughter and I'm not married. Clearly, I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm not trying to get too deep into your
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yes, for
Right.
sure.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because if we don't want to go down a rabbit hole and then that ain't nothing that somebody
Right.
got you.
Right.
So, all right. So we found the commonality there. All right.
Mhm.
Now, I want to get back to the softness stuff, right?
Okay.
Because you just said a man has to make you become the lock, right?
Yes, his actions as a man comes to you consistently, and let me know if you agree. The man comes to you and he's consistent. He's doing the things that allow me as a single woman who has to. I have to have a certain level of hardness. I got to move through this world right now, so I have to have that certain level of hardness, but that doesn't mean that there's not a man who is capable of showing up in my life and making me soft, for sure. I've had that before.
Okay.
Yeah.
I personally feel
Mhm.
that your femininity has nothing to do with you being a single mom or anything like that. Your femininity should be internal, should be in,
It is.
and it should just be there. Just like my masculinity should just be there.
Yes.
Okay, there's no reason where I shouldn't be a man. You know what I mean? There's no reason. It doesn't
Right,
matter.
'cause you're a man. Yeah.
And I should be. So you see how you just said that easily that quick? You're a man. I think that you should, and I'm only saying this based off of what you said. All right. This is not an attack towards you. I think
No,
that
no. I
your femininity you should be a woman
But
at
I
all
am.
times. And you should be soft, period.
But I am.
So let me ask you. So if you
I
think-
soft or you saying submit?
No, I'm about to say
Submissive,
for
is
people,
it?
I think we mixing it like she's not saying like soft as in the sense like of not being a woman and
Mhm.
feminine, but soft in the sense of opening up to him.
Okay.
And I mean
and
like,
allowing
so-
him to lead.
So
Yeah.
safe.
Safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
but I mean,
I
yeah,
get that. I get that.
security. I mean,
Security.
it takes time to build security.
Yeah.
So I get
Right.
that. But the way you was wording that, I get why they
Why
thought.
you asked that question, for sure. I may have been being.
But I understood where you were what you were saying, because I mean,
You feel the
That's
same
most
way.
yeah, I
women.
feel the same.
Yes.
I feel the same way.
I think
Right.
that's what men miss when they're dealing and talking to women. And when we talk about this soft life, lifestyle, that I think people are so stuck on the money of it. And that's not even like, come on now.
I
Because
don't-
let's be real. I do podcasting. Somebody offered me $50 million and my husband said he wasn't going to work. I'd be like, ooh,
Right.
let's go. Like, you support me. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well. So, Philly, you got anything else on that right there? Because I know you wanted to get in on it. You know what I'm saying? You buying your time in response because before you came in, she brought up about. You said again real quick. Basically,
the question, what we started was the question was, why can men have multiple women and be praised for it versus women having multiple men and be shunned and and called the hoe for it?
I
That's the
mean,
question.
plain and simple, double standard.
Mm.
And double standards go both ways. There's a lot of things that y'all get praised for, and et cetera, et cetera. And then
Right.
we gotta work hard as shit to get that praise.
Like what? Like, give me an example. What do you?
Just like status. I'm gonna just say that
Mhm.
status. Women can get status based off looks. Men can't.
or it's harder.
It's harder.
It's harder. You gotta be upper echelon as the guys. You gotta be
Because
Idris and all them.
it's some men that
You know
can
what I
get
mean?
by now.
Yeah.
Places we need to get into. Like it wasn't like just handed it to them just because of, you know what I mean, they look. It
It
helps.
has to be something else where
Yeah,
the
it
woman
helps.
can get ahead just on her look.
Yeah.
Social media content.
You can get married and then have a man who take
Well, you
over
hit one
your
right
problem.
there. Social media content.
Social
right.
media content.
Women
It's a
can
perfect
show their
example.
butts, shake, dance, and get need money.
No,
Men
there are
can't.
men on there thirst trapping too.
Well,
In
not.
the gray sweatpants at the gym. Like, what you doing?
I
sir?
see
What
four.
you doing?
I see fours
it-
and fives with
I ain't
millions
seen
of
that.
mid. Now let me just go ahead and do it then. I'm just
Go
go ahead and
ahead,
do-
go
Y'all
ahead.
know what I say about that mid stuff and the five. I see fours and fives that have millions of views because they shook it to the left and shook it to the right a couple times.
Because,
You know what I mean?
because
and-
you all are visual.
Yeah, cool.
Right?
You guys.
You don't like
that?
nothing that look good?
That's why I said
Y'all
that.
are not.
That's the double standard.
No,
Yeah, that's
but
the double
women are
standard,
Y'all
women
sure.
are
can
just
get
as
it
visual as
based
men,
off
though.
what we are.
Yeah.
Y'all.
I mean, we like it, but it doesn't drive us the way it drives you guys. Like, I see men who look good. I'm not going to get in there. I'm not DMing a man just because I think he looks good. You guys will see a woman and she looks great online, and you will jump in her. I mean, some women
Yeah,
will, but
all the
Yeah, you know
time.
why?
I'm not
Because she
just
got
going with
options. She didn't have options.
Right.
If a man that
And it's
she
hard for
respects,
us. We don't have
she
options
will
like that,
be
so we got to get it when we can
That's the
get.
double standard. Though.
Right.
That's what I'm saying,
So
yeah.
everybody has a double standard. Men have double standard. Women have double standard.
we just
There's
gotta
things men
understand
can do
that,
that
like,
women can't do.
as
There's
you-
things women can do that men can't do. And I don't.
But why?
You know-
I think probably where you go ahead. What was your
No,
saying?
I can accept that answer versus, well, that's just the way it is because I'm a man.
Because that's the
This
way
is-
it
But
is.
that is the way it
That's
is.
the way it is.
No, but I mean,
You just
It's
don't
the-
like the way it's being said to you. But he's saying the
But-
same thing.
But
I
why
mean,
is
let
it
me
like
ask this.
that?
I want to ask this.
Uh-huh.
Why is it? Like you said, where is it that says that it's okay for men to have multiple women?
Nowhere.
Where is that?
Unless
where's
you
that
talk
come
to the
from?
person.
So different. First of all, different religions. It's in there. Quran, all that type of stuff. So
Okay.
that's the first thing. All right. Other cultures, whether it's Eastern, it's Western culture that started pushing monogamy for a longer period of time. Whether it was African nations, whether it's whatever. And no, it was not just all men who made a lot of money. Okay, there was broke niggas in the Bible, broke niggas and all that stuff that had bitches. But just putting it out there like that. You know,
Mhm.
I could say it nicer. Look,
You could.
I was trying to do
You
being
really
doing the
could.
moderator stuff, but niggas been having bitches for years. You feel me? Now I'm going to Mr. Controversy right now. Let y'all do all the nice stuff. Y'all can say it nice. But niggas had bitches for millions of years. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know why we be acting like this is something new. All right. This is Western culture that has pushed that. And that's fine. If you're in a monogamous relationship and that's all you want to do, no hate to nobody. You know what I'm saying? I get that. Understand it. It's probably better for, especially us in America, it's better for our lives, man, to be like that
To be like what?
in a monogamous relationship. So you don't put no rat poison in your food, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. Because
Well, I think the problem I have with when people use the example of these other cultures, these other religions, is that everybody knows. I think the problem you're talking about is, this is where this man is going around having all these different women, and Amy don't know about Sally, and Sally don't know about Jane, and Jane didn't know about the twins over on 23rd Street. Listen, that's what we're talking about.
I
Why
was
is
just about
that
to say
okay?
that.
That's not what
But
she's
listen,
talking about,
but
but I get
listen,
your point.
Where
That's
men
not
can
polygamy.
have multiple women, but it's okay for a man to have 6 kids with 3 baby mamas. But if a woman says she has 3 kids by 2 baby daddies, it's like, oh Lord.
But who
this is
said it was
crazy.
okay?
Those are two different issues.
I'm
But
about to say, who
but I
said it
get
was
you.
okay for men to have so many
Right.
children and
I don't.
children's mothers?
I don't think.
That's the
That's what usually
unstable
happens
man.
when y'all have several women.
No, but that's unstable. That's not. I say if he was married and still was taking care of all them women and children, then yeah, chill. Even if a man outside taking care of them children, it still don't make sense to have so many kids, so many kid mothers, because you can't be in all them homes.
Nick
I
Cannon.
agree.
Nick Cannon, by the way. But yeah.
But it happens. I'm talking
I
about
mean,
what
it
actually
does.
happens. It's
But
not
we're not
right.
saying we saying
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's you. Like I feel like we on the subject of what people think is right, and even if people think it's right, we being objective. Like we're not talking from a subjective mindset.
So back to your question. Because I feel like we keep dancing around your question.
Kind of getting away from it, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I
maybe
don't.
give us an example. Give us a scenario so that we can focus. 'Cause I think
Okay.
Oh, well, for the
Okay,
polygamy,
so wait, this an example. Well, this is what was discussed earlier.
okay.
So if a guy have a threesome with 2 women, I'm sorry, a guy and 2 women is a threesome. A woman and 2 men is a train.
true.
I don't
So
believe that.
so
True.
all
don't
right, so
believe that?
I can explain
Do
that
you-
real
what
easy.
about Frankie?
True.
Frankie, do you believe that?
No, I feel like not that I would engage, but
And-
I'm like,
and
I think
also-
both are threesomes,
And also,
right?
let me add, I said, because it was said the woman would be considered a hoe. I said, well, wouldn't
Oh,
the
I see what you
man
mean.
be considered a hoe because he with
Mm-mm.
2 women?
No.
Right. Yes, I know
No.
what you mean. She means societally, like with a man, it's like he's a boss because he has 2 women and able to have 2 women to be with him. But if a woman has 2 men, then that is just oh gosh, she's
It's called double standard.
double
That
standard
gets
for
back
sure.
to the that's just the plain simple
So
answer to
the
that.
question is to that. What do you think about a woman with 2 men? For both of you women, what do you think about that? How do you feel about that? I know you're trying to make the comparison, but how do you personally feel
I mean,
for a woman to be with 2 men? I
I
mean, do you
don't-
feel it's okay? Do you feel like
I don't see nothing wrong with it if that's what you
Okay,
want to
okay,
explore.
with
Mm-mm.
Okay, Frankie,
That's the damn.
you say the
problem.
same?
I feel
That's the problem.
I mean, I don't listen. I don't agree with it either way.
You cannot
I don't
you
play either
cannot
way, but
you cannot be part of something and still
Mhm.
having an opinion. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like be a part of it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to
Yeah.
make sure everybody knows. So ain't
yeah,
nobody
that's
out
what
here.
I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't play either way. I don't
Right.
play. Let's just not listen.
So you believe strictly 1v1 monogamous.
1v1, like please.
For men
Please.
as well.
And not even monogamous, because that's a whole different thing. You know, I feel like it should be one partner to one partner. When you start introducing it, just introduces mess to me. It's always just opening up for a bunch of chaos. But to me, it should be either, I'm like, yeah, I guess if you agree, if you say it's okay one way, it should be okay the other way
Yeah,
because they're the same.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so
You don't have to participate, but you can't look at it. You can't participate in one and then look down. That's like to me when I see gay people of the LGBTQ community, and I know I've seen women who are in lesbian relationships and they look down on gay men, and I'm like, whoa, that's
Right.
crazy to me. Like that's crazy.
You got a point.
Yeah,
You got
but
a
I
major
see
point.
that they will discriminate when they see, or they're okay with discrimination against 2 men, but then they're living their lives with the same sex, and it's what's the difference? What's the difference?
Hmm.
Yeah.
okay.
Nope. I
No
don't
different.
agree.
You raise a major point.
Oh,
And you
okay.
make a good point on that.
Yeah.
'cause
So-
it is like
For
hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy. Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
okay. So first off, let's get back to the train thing, right? A train is multiple people. Okay, they're one after another, like a train, and they can, it's the conductor, and then it's another car, then it's a caboose. You know
You
what I
got a
mean?
lot of information about how that works.
Yes, that's how a train works. So in a threesome, a threesome is people collectively. You know what I mean? That's collectively.
Basically, what he's saying,
So-
they the two parts.
So
and
so
you the
somebody
link.
gay in that
You
situation.
the link between the two.
Yes,
parts.
there you go.
I think so. I think so.
So in a threesome,
Yeah. Somebody
Somebody
has to
gay.
have
I
other
said,
tendencies
you know what I'm saying?
to
Because
be
nope,
comfortable
Well,
around the
that's not
same
true.
sex.
let me if two dudes are just running the train on you, that means they ain't touching each other. It's just somebody hitting you and the other one hitting you. Might be an Eiffel Tower situation where one on one side and one on the other.
I don't
And
know.
you the connection. That's about it. That's the difference.
I don't
That's
know.
why I
We got a
can't mess
comment.
If with the two
Uh,
girls is doing something to the dude, get to it. That's my partner Wayne.
Okay.
They probably touching each other.
But what
they-
about two men in the room together, naked? You know what I'm saying? Y'all see, y'all naked in the same room. You don't think that's kind of
So do I don't know. But I can see the perspective that people give with that. You know what I'm saying? Cool. But
Okay,
you know,
even
if
y'all
it's a
not
swap
touching
or
each
if it's a
other,
whatever,
what y'all doing?
hey, it is what it is.
My meat solo level. That's it. Good. I don't need nobody else.
Hey man, look, I get it. What-
Hey,
That's
I
hey,
don't need nobody else.
understood.
wait your turn to get the fuck on. I'm good.
understood. But
But
see how there's different levels to it.
okay, so what's the benefit? What's the benefit
Of what?
of a poly relationship? What
Well,
benefit do you
what-
see in it
Well,
for the man?
yeah,
And for the
what's the
women.
benefit for a man to have multiple women?
Status. It allows to build legacy easier. So if you want to take the Bible, it says be fruitful and multiply, but I'm not going to do that. I just want to throw that out there.
Say
So,
don't do it.
yeah, it says be fruitful and multiply.
That don't count.
And also, it is a way, it's community. All right. Building community. You can literally build your own community, help make sure that your name gets passed on for longer periods of time. And if you have it, there's two different types. There's the ones where I'm gonna get the exact name, where you have different houses for each one of them, or there's the one where they live communally together. Okay. So in certain tribes where they all live together, almost like a harem kind of situation. So if you all have all the mamas together, you raise all the kids together, you have your whole network that's already there. Why wouldn't you want that as a man? I want you to tell me why wouldn't I want that? The bad part is all dealing with all of the attitudes and the personality. I'll say personalities. Let me say it like that. That's probably the only negative. But it's a way to raise more money. It's a way to think about how much you're saving, child care, all this other stuff that you're doing now.
Why?
It's a
So
lot
why
to it.
can't a woman have the same thing?
Okay.
She can't build a legacy. I see what he's saying. Okay. So what he's saying, if you have multiple women, then you can multiply fast.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because he can have 4 women and all 4 of y'all pray at the same time.
Mhm.
You can only have 1 child at a time. Okay. And that takes 9 months. And then you have your period of 6 weeks of healing your body to go again. So it's very slower on the multiple for the human growth to do it with 2 men and a woman. It really would just be I could just see really I don't even see the benefit for a woman more than just being able to not work and just being taken care of money wise. But it is more beneficial when he put it like that for a man to have multiple women if it's just not driven by lust.
That is a very big key.
Right.
That is a very big key. Are you doing it because you just want to beat some cheeks? Or are you doing it because that's actually a communal type thing that you want to have?
Right. So that's what That's what the question raises. What's the benefit that a woman gets opposed to what a man has?
Okay, can I say my benefit?
Go ahead.
Mhm.
No, besides like just being able to build, like I say, a man should be already looking for resourceful women who can go out and actually multiply. So that's one thing right there. You're not just building a little legacy for your name to keep moving. You're building an empire for multiple families to like really. How can I say this? And really, the word is lit.
Okay.
But no, but you're building an empire that a lot of people could benefit from. That's what I was looking for. Besides that, I don't think it's one woman can really fulfill a man every need, and to take that headache off of her, having multiple women that actually helps out.
Okay, so wait a minute. Say that again. You said you don't think one woman can fulfill everything a man needs. That's what you
One,
said.
like because women are selfish creatures.
But aren't y'all simple though? If
So
y'all
isn't that selfish to want multiple?
but
Like, what?
hold on,
Hold on now.
wait, because
Hold on.
Why you laughing?
because
I'm not gonna let that slide.
aren't men supposed to be easy to please though?
And still they get
Uh-uh.
they get it wrong.
No,
But
no.
no.
But
But
if
that
you
being said,
but if you're
all
but
right,
hold
all right,
on.
so all right, even with that being said, men being easy to please. How many women sit here complaining about the men that's easy to please? He boring, he this, he that, he this. Like you can't win for losing.
Well, that just means you got to find your person. Every
No,
woman is not for you.
we're not talking about that. We're talking about you got the woman that you want. Why is she not
Not
enough
enough.
for
All
you?
right, so y'all I act like people can't fall short and we still decide to love them.
But y'all supposed to be
But why we
easier to
always gotta?
please.
like
So why
I'm
would
just
you
being
need more
honest.
women if you are easy to please?
All
I
right,
feel
so with that, you
y'all
just
say
keep
women
Ooh, perfect.
are
What's your podcast called?
Two things can be true.
Say that one more time.
Two things can be true.
Because you can be easy to please, but the person still not please you because they're not coming
Yes.
up to the easiness.
because of their
If
own
my
self.
bar is only this
Well,
high,
then why did you choose her?
that. Why
That's
did
not
you
your
choose that
because he
person?
just told you.
Again, you can still love somebody who still falls short of all you need.
You can
fall in
also
love,
let somebody go
right?
who you
So
love.
let me
All right,
let me
but-
ask this question.
Or
to
you can
Philly.
add more.
So let me ask.
You can
So
let them
Let me get into it
go.
real quick.
Or you can add more.
Real quick.
And
But
then I'm gonna go.
if you can keep that person and you already benefiting their life and they benefiting yours in a certain way, why get rid of them?
Because that's selfish.
How that's
If
selfish?
she wants
they-
you to be to
but listen.
herself, then that's you. That's you
But
being
listen,
very selfish.
we're speaking on people who
Who
already
want the
we're-
multiple people.
we're speaking on people who already agree with polygamy. You're not
Okay,
speaking
okay,
about somebody
okay.
we're trying to transition.
Okay.
okay,
Well, I'm gonna speak on both.
right.
So I'm like, you speak
I'm
on what you're
just
speaking
saying,
on,
though,
brother. I got you, but I'm
But with
speaking
her
on both.
points,
So my
but
question-
with her points, that's what I was getting at. With her points, that person already know what they signed up for.
Mhm.
I'm just explaining things of why this nature is there. Like,
So
come
why one man should be enough for one woman?
who
But I
said
guess
that?
people
So
who, what he's saying is people who are in polygamy, that is not even a question about one woman being able. He is maybe in some ways intentionally building these women who fulfill different because he wants to live this polygamy lifestyle.
No, I get that, but I'm just now. I guess I'm asking for societal wise, right?
Okay.
Because like we all just discussed, it's beneficial for a man to have multiple women because of X, Y, and Z. And then we just touched on the fact that, well, maybe, one woman is not going to fulfill one man needs. So what in society says that a man can fulfill a woman all her needs. So
Mhm.
how has that been true?
I
How is
mean,
that?
we
How
said
is that?
we were speaking on
I
the
don't think
benefits.
anyone.
We
Of
wasn't saying
polygamy, and I think
we
that's
wasn't
where we're
saying that this is beneficial over being monogamous. We were speaking on the benefits of it. I just made a statement on the reason why polygamy is probably, huge because most women and men in polygamy understand the role. They understand like they can't be all what that one man needs, and they don't even want to do it.
Mhm.
Most women don't want to be everything one man need. Like that's-
No, we do. I guess not women who want to be in polygamy, I guess. But let me tell you why I don't believe in polygamy.
Okay.
Because Isaiah 4:1 said that in the last days, 7 women gonna grab on to one man and say, I'm gonna clothe myself, I'm gonna feed myself just to be called by your name. And so once I heard that scripture, that was the only scripture I needed to know that there's no situation that I need to be sharing a dude. Like, come on now. Yes.
Well,
Didn't you say earlier?
No, that's not what I said. I know what you're gonna say.
I
But
was
go
about to
ahead.
say it.
Go ahead. Say what I said so that I
Okay,
can
so I
so that I
want.
can
Let me
so I
ask you:
can
Are
adjust
we
it.
going
Yeah.
to use it, or are we not going?
No,
to
you
use
can
it?
say what I said.
No. Are we going to use it, or are we
we
not?
talking
going to use
about
You are
The
able to
Bible.
use it because we were talking about in the context of polygamy. And I'm like, I don't think it's right for a man to want polygamy where he has a lot of women, but he is also not willing to participate in polygamy if he found a woman who wanted multiple men. Because you should be able to go either way, bro.
Well, first
You
of
want a
all,
community.
which is why I want to talk about the
you want
definitions of the word.
legacy.
I don't think. I mean,
But this is why I want to talk about the definition.
I
of
don't
the
think no
words.
man want to share a woman.
Because some do. They're polygamous
Not masculine
relationships.
man.
no,
Them men are
but
not.
you
Them
can't
men
say
are not
that though.
masculine. Them men are not masculine. 'Cause
They
masculine.
are.
You
One
can't
thing
say
about
that.
a masculine man is he's not gonna share. He's more territorial than anything.
Well, just say a territorial man
no, but
You
won't
it's a part
share
of
his woman.
masculinity.
Don't say a
Listen,
masculine
That's a part
man.
of masculinity.
Listen,
We,
though.
Yeah.
we had this before
if
the other day.
multiple men can willingly understand they held down by one woman, they've been dominated by that woman. That is not no
That's
masculine
no masculine
situation.
situation
Well,
at
I
all.
guess I think of it like we were talking about the threesomes. It's the same thing with polygamy. There may be men who are willing to participate with multiple women, but they don't want to participate with a woman who has multiple men. But the flip side of that is that the same situation with the gay men. You can't look down on those men and call them non-masculine because
Well, you
they
call ace
do
a ace,
that.
a spade a spade. I mean, you just call it what you see.
I'm not saying
The duck quack, you gonna call it a duck.
I'm
The
speaking.
duck that's quacking right now is fucking hypocrisy.
Right.
Come
That is,
on.
that is the duck that is quacking right now.
Listen to that Sky.
Get him, Scott. Scott, she gonna keep y'all honest over here.
I'm just saying that I mean, my personal opinion, I do not see a masculine man sharing a woman. I just don't see that. I don't.
But
So you're
where's-
talking about when you're talking about sharing, you're talking about like I got Monday, Tuesday, you got Wednesday, Thursday, stuff like that.
Well,
Right.
no, I saw a movie on Tubi about it.
Yeah, we're seeing about a bunch of them. Yeah.
Well, the one on Tubi, it was 2 guys, and now one of them,
Yeah, I
he
see.
didn't have a lot of money, but the other one had a lot of money, and he was just really in love with the woman. So he was like, okay, we're gonna make this work. And I didn't see either of them. Well, I guess at the end, but I feel like a man wrote that.
And I heard of a lot of situations where men understand the women ain't love them how they want them to, and they still take care of them, even though they know they out there doing a bunch of shit. That's not a masculine man.
Mm.
No, I don't think so.
But the woman who allows her man to go around with multiple women, she should take him back and hold on. She's so strong.
She should have never left in the
I'm
first
gonna
place.
say this.
She
Think
nothing to
about
take
it.
back. She shouldn't have left in the first place. That's
Like
all
I
I'm
was
saying.
saying earlier, if you're a woman that do not believe in polygamy, you have that right.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And even if you do and he didn't present you the option to know, then you still have that right.
You have that right. You don't.
But
If
I
you don't want
don't.
to
You
share
said
your,
that right.
if you
Then
don't
you
want to
tell
share your
me.
spouse, you have that right to
Yeah.
not want to do that. And I don't think anything wrong with you because you don't want to do that.
Right.
Okay. But at the same time, you can't say if a man sharing a woman, it's nothing wrong with that. There's something wrong with that. If multiple men are sharing the same woman, it's something wrong with that.
You're
But it's
saying it's
not.
wrong. You from the perspective of the person who is the husband or the boyfriend. Because the other guys, they
No,
just
he
here to
just
have
saying
some fun.
polygamy, period.
They just here to have
So-
some
I'm just
fun.
saying.
No, he just
I'm
saying
just-
polygamy.
I'm just saying.
So can I say
I'm just saying
something?
on the woman's side.
Okay.
Okay. And it could sound
So
hypocritical, but I'm just
No,
saying
it's real
it
shit.
just does not seem profitable or beneficial to a woman to have multiple men in and out of her body.
but who's to say she's having sex with
She
their
is.
partner?
She has. There's no way
there's-
two men is not gonna be there not getting no
um,
sex.
There's
Why
such
they there?
thing as a rainbow relationship.
They talking about mad being with masculine.
So you talking about friendships then?
No, we're talking about
That's what
polyamorous relationships.
Yeah, we're
I
talking
thought.
about poly
The poly relationship is
relationships.
sex
Okay,
involved.
that's
It's sex
no,
involved.
not all the time.
Okay.
Just
It's not
because it's a
poly.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I
This
think
is why I
it is.
wanted to get into the definitions
and
earlier.
you still
because
Yes, I'm
didn't read
sorry.
the
conversation-
definition.
I've been
I'm
trying.
sorry.
to,
Go ahead,
but-
DJ.
but-
Read the definition.
I mean, so there's different types and stuff that we gotta understand. So poly, now I gotta pull it back up. But so polygamy is the legal definition of being married to more than one person, and it is illegal in the U.S., just like much of the rest of the world. Polyamory is about loving more than one person. Both are a form of non-monogamy. So in polyamory, you can love more than one person, but it doesn't have to be necessarily physical.
Mhm.
Okay, it doesn't have to. It can be those type of. These are blanket terms, but polygamy is a blanket term that encompasses multiple people in a relationship. But then there are different types of those relationships, so that's where the difference is coming in the conversation. But in general, most of these do involve sex. Lavender relationships and all this other stuff, yes, there are small pockets in the community, but in general, these relationships do all have sex.
Mhm.
Now, with polyamory in particularly does not disapprove of one of the partner having other partners. So that's what you guys are cool with. You guys want it because then you can have another partner. He's fine with that. You know what I'm saying?
That
Polyamory
is-
is about loving.
Which are just that's considered a non-traditional
Yes.
relationship. Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
And so the woman can still have other partners, even though she's married to him or whatever, because he has 5 to 7 or whatever, and then she can have somebody or whatnot. So to get to the comments, Wayne Wheat says, if you want to have multiple partners, then do it. You grown. Just be cool with the consequences. And Tamara Nicole, shout out to both of y'all. She says, I ain't seen not one long-term successful poly relationship, but
Period.
one, that is not true. Okay.
Well,
First,
yeah.
I
so-
Number one, I've
yeah.
seen.
So first-
is a mess.
So what
Oh,
you
yeah.
have seen.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
mess.
All right. First of all, there's a community in Atlanta called Morwood.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
was just gonna
All right,
say
that's
that.
not
A
even
bunch
that
of
far.
confused.
There's a sign. There's a sign when you're going up 85. That is a
Mhm.
whole community of people that live those type of lives and have lived them for years.
Years.
So please don't tell me. Have you not seen them? Now, regardless if you agree with it or not, I'm talking about that comment. I
I'm
was
not
waiting
the
on that.
majority.
Okay. So I mean, when I say a community, these are
It's a
people
big
that
community.
are influential. These people that come
They
here
are
and tell
rare.
y'all what to do,
They
that
are
tell
rare.
y'all bosses what to do. These are these people. Okay. Go
Mhm.
research it. Go look it. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I
with
might
that.
send
think they're rare.
send
It
you
is
some a pamphlet or something that you know
Mhm.
you find out something that you don't know about. So that happens. Yeah, you haven't seen it yourself,
Right.
but they are here and they are in force. This isn't a small microcosm. This is starting to become the norm, whether we want to believe it or not. Okay. Some of y'all just getting lied to. Y'all in poly relationships any damn way, and you just don't fucking
I
know.
was just finna say
You know,
that.
so let's
Don't
just
even
go
know
ahead.
it,
Let's be
right.
real with the shit. If we're gonna be
Yeah.
all the way,
I was just finna say that you sharing your man and you don't know.
or you sharing your woman because
But
he
that's
at the
don't
club.
okay, but I feel like that's misinformation because that's not a polyamorous relationship.
You
That's
being
somebody
cheated on.
you're being cheated on.
You one step
That's
away from it.
infidelity.
You one step away from it.
If you don't know, you being cheated
You're
on.
being cheated on, and that's somebody's
70%
wife.
of them ain't gonna leave no
I ain't
damn
gonna
way.
fraud.
Or they already know. And they ask just as long as you don't say nothing loud or whatever, don't nothing come back to me kind of shit like that. People been in these type of relationships for years. Papa was a Rolling Stone, was a reason.
That's what I mean.
You know
I'm
what I'm
mad.
saying? Niggas had whole families and other sides. Just social media now makes
Yeah,
it easier to
yeah.
get caught. Let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? If we gonna go here, we
I'm
can
about
go
to say,
all the
but
way.
and today, like to be successful, you just gotta be a real good leader. Like it ain't like no good man. You gotta be a good leader to be successful in a like poly relationship. Otherwise, well, them bitches gonna run you through the ground.
Which would lead to his point about masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Being able yes, you can be a woman and still be a good leader, so don't counsel me for that. But anyway,
Right.
having people tend to attribute leadership to masculine qualities, even when they look at a woman,
Right.
right? What we attribute as being more powerful, being the way that you walk, those type of things. People look at masculinity as a form of leadership to a certain degree. I'm not talking about toxic masculinity, by the way. Wayne Wee says, yeah, I can't share my woman. Just blocked a few females this week alone. Find your person and live righteous. That motherfucker be blocking people too. He really do. Oh, by the way, shout out to Wayne because he hollering at some white women lately now. And he just put on his page.
Now
he's
he
going
over here snow bunny.
on a date. Hey, he said he been having problems with the sisters and stuff. And so
Man,
then he also put out a post that because we did an interracial relationship show before here. And he said that some of the ones he was talking to, he's like his inbox ain't never been this busy since he put that post saying that he's gonna go out on a date with a white lady.
tell him Dr. Umar would not be pleased.
So
He would not be pleased.
He said they in the inbox asking questions, wanting to know what's going on, doing all that.
It's crazy because Umar, I was just watching the skit last night by Umar talking about this. He's like, man, it's light skinned women you can get. It's all kind of sisters you can get with different shades before you get to a white one. So,
Dr. Umar said that the coach of the University of Michigan got double bunny. Wait a minute.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
He has very lively commentary on
He did.
that.
So
I haven't seen too many of those relationships last a long time and do well either. Black men with white women. I have not.
y'all know how I feel about that, so I'm about to stay out of that one. Y'all know how I feel.
It seems like they just take their ass down through there when it's over with. It's just they run their whole career and everything when it's over with.
I know quite a few.
That's wild. That's still going.
Yeah,
20 years
yeah,
plus.
for
20
sure.
years plus.
He
Yeah,
said when
yeah,
Umar
for
put his
sure.
school up, he'll go back.
Okay.
That's what he said.
Well,
You got to get that school going.
my thing, to each his own. To each his own.
Yeah, for sure.
Do
For
you
sure.
do whatever makes you happy?
What's next?
Just like with the poly thing. If that's something you want to do, hey, if everybody on board with it, what does it matter what anybody thinks?
I told y'all if I
Right.
get that 50 mil, okay. But
Oh,
barring that, nah, I'm
Everybody,
good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now you got that 50 mil to give, but now I mean,
Right.
I told y'all it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't coming out bringing back no life changing. I ain't gonna never have to do nothing against
Me
money.
personally, I don't want two women. I don't.
You don't want two women, cuz?
Not at this point.
Why not?
Not at 50.
Okay.
Okay.
Nobody has time for that.
I don't.
No,
What about
absolutely.
you?
I don't.
Jimmy,
need
you
that.
got
I'm
time
gonna
for
be
that.
50 in
I
March.
don't.
Jimmy, yes, you do. Yes, you do, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You have time. You
I
just
don't.
don't want to.
I
Put
really,
it.
man, I don't. I really don't, man. I'm very busy. My days, I'm talking about, man, sometimes it ain't enough hours in the day. I just can't see
30 minutes apiece.
what
That's
I'm
all they
doing
need.
now. I cannot see having two wives
Oh my
to go
God.
home to. I can't see it.
You know, Jimmy, I'm gonna be 50 in March, and
Damn, you
I feel
old.
the same way.
You old. Damn, you old as hell.
Yeah, so he said I'm already
so-
old. You ain't even 50 yet.
I'm not even 50 yet. You can go to hell.
You down to
You can go to hell.
I know, right?
It might take me 50 years to get there, then I'll be your age.
So,
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Right.
so when you get to this age, right? You ain't gonna be thinking like. I mean, I don't think everybody's some people don't mature at 50. Okay,
Yeah.
that doesn't matter how old they are. They just don't mature
Mm.
at 50. But when you got a lot going on at 50, because you on that side to where it's all downhill.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to set myself up for if I make it to be 70, 60, I don't have time. She's not gonna bring a lot of money, a power plan into the program. It's not beneficial to me to have two women at this point. in
What
time.
Philly was saying.
No, that's what
You
no,
see
I
what
was
I'm
about
saying?
to say that. I'm about to say
Right,
if
'cause-
you had women like who was actually getting work, now you wouldn't be working as much. You know what I mean? Work.
I get it. That's why I say at this point, no, maybe
What?
10 years.
Wait, what? What does your work have to do with the woman?
It do because
Because if
No,
she's
what
a
I'm
force
saying-
multiplier like
Right.
women are supposed to be,
right.
Oh, so
You
you're
ain't gonna have to
talking
work
about
longer.
choosing the right woman.
yeah,
Right.
and then
Okay.
everything's gonna
And
work
if
out.
she part of your program, she already understand what needs to be done, taking the task from you. That's what your woman supposed
Right.
to do.
Just like what Gucci did. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't help but marry her. You know what I'm saying? She multiplied what he gave her and continue to multiply. And I heard her say, Gucci don't do nothing. All he got to do is get up, go to that studio and do what he got to do. She make sure she cover every area that he needs. For her.
He's also mentally ill.
You see, and she understands
Now,
that.
now,
But look,
I'm just saying-
but
but
what
he
he
looked the
previously
best.
though?
He looked the best he's
He
ever
does.
looked since he
Yeah.
been with her.
He look good now.
He looked the best he's ever looked since he's been with her. So she's brought the best out of him, and that's possible. That's
I
true.
feel like they have roles, and that's fine for people to have roles in
Yeah.
in their situation for sure.
You get with a good person, they're gonna bring the best out of you. You get with a bad person, they're gonna bring
Bringing
the
the
worst
worst
out.
out.
You see, that goes for male as well as female. I
Yeah.
see some women that been drugged down by the men that they with. You
Oh
know
my
what I'm saying?
God.
They
There's
look
a
terrible.
trend on TikTok like that
Yeah.
where the women are showing the before they was with the
Right.
man and
And
after.
after, right,
It's a mess.
right.
It's
Yeah,
a-
that's some
it's a-
bullshit.
It's a
Let me
shambles.
listen,
I believe that.
Jimmy,
I believe
please.
it. I seen it with my own
I
eyes.
hear
I
you.
saw it with my own eyes.
I hear you, but listen, okay, listen. What's that word you said?
Victim.
Okay, listen. Y'all gotta stop using the fact saying that it's that man issue why your hair wasn't done and yo this ain't done. Now, sometimes you should just be doing things for yourself, and you should be. Why do you wait till you out of the relationship to try to have a glow up? You can have a glow up then. Work on yourself while you're in the
See,
relationship.
I
Because
hear
he
you.
wanted to be a traditional woman.
No.
I
This
think
is
some men can
what it is
take a
because
woman.
a woman can
self-esteem
lose
from her.
herself in
And
a
women can do the
relationship,
same too.
and you can lose yourself to where you may be comfortable and set in your relationship where you just not paying attention to certain things anymore.
Oh, you
And this is
depressed.
why I say people shouldn't be in relationships until they self-conscious. Somebody shouldn't be able to move how you feel about yourself.
Well,
Yeah, that's easier
That's
said than
easier
done.
said.
If you're
No,
getting
yeah,
beat
that's
up and
easier
that
said.
type of stuff,
That's
I
easier said.
I understand that, okay? But a large portion of the folks, and even in their stories, it wasn't physical abuse or nothing.
Right.
He was mean. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
emotional
Stuff
abuse.
like, okay, get the fuck over it.
There
Man.
could
That
be
shit be getting on my
financial abuse.
nerves,
There's
man.
financial abuse.
Go.
Victim mentality.
Like y'all got to stop that shit. He
Okay.
spoke strongly.
Victim
He spoke strongly to
Listen,
me.
that-
So now my hair fall out my head because he was mean. Nigga, come the fuck out of here.
Yes,
And then,
for
and then the
sure.
more
So-
people who feed it, the more they feel like they got to excuse
No, I
for
think
their
you guys need
behavior.
to hear this. That is, all those things are true. Like, if you are putting a woman through things, not only does it raise her cortisol levels, her stomach get big, stress.
Oh, so that's why I got so fat.
Stress.
You know what?
Wait.
You're right. I was almost
Not
400
taking care
pounds
of yourself
because-
emotionally. How many times
Oh.
do we hear?
because
do we
she
hear
was mean to me.
Wait a minute. How many times do we hear men in our community get married? Oh, baby, I love you. You went through the mud with me. I did this,
Yeah.
this, and that, and you stuck by my side. And now, what? Everybody bye. Nobody's doing that.
All
Go,
right,
go,
well,
going
doing
through
that.
the mud with you does not mean
But
that you have to
why
look
do
like you
why
in
do
that mud.
but why do what do you think happens? What do a pig look like when he's in the
Like,
mud? Like
we can
mud.
wait.
Like mud.
Your relationship can
Emotional.
be happy.
Emotional mud.
Your relationship can be happy, but y'all aren't at the level that y'all want to be. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I can be before and not be depressed.
So
Well,
And
I'm gonna say this.
I think
When
that-
I
I
was
think
in,
people can't drag you down. I'm sorry.
and
I do. I really
yeah,
think
bad
a man can
association
drag a
spoils
woman
useful
down,
habits.
and I do
and
think a woman can drag a man down. I do.
and with
I
that
do.
being said, like I
It's
said
just how long
last
you
week,
take
we
it.
gotta be responsible for the choices we make. Ain't nobody drag you down. You allowed that shit. Like,
Well, I mean, that's like I said, that's easier said than done, but it's a lot of
it's not.
circumstances. It's a lot of circumstances that go into certain relationships where you just can't up and bounce out because you feel in some kind
That's
of
a
way.
choice.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a choice.
I
That's like
get it.
making
I
a
get it. I'm not
I'm just
listen.
no,
I'm
no,
not. I'm
I'm
not
just
making. I'm not making an excuse for someone to waddle in their misery. That's not what I'm saying.
Mhm.
What I'm saying is certain relationships, certain times, especially with women, when a man comes in, especially if he's a controlling man, he pretty much comes in and take away her
especially
independence.
with women.
Yeah.
He takes that away.
Especially with women.
Listen what I'm saying, right?
Because you never
Listen what I'm
seen the
saying.
same circumstances with men. Like,
Hold on, listen what I'm saying. No, listen, because most men not gonna put themselves in situations like that because of their ego.
I haven't seen that until I
I
got
say
here.
most,
When I
not
got
all.
when I got here, it was most men putting themselves in them situations, bro.
Okay, but
I
I'm
can
just
say
saying
that.
that's
Like, I
still,
can say that. Like,
but it's still
men
a
doing
point
it
that you
too.
just can't. It's easy for you to sit back and say, "Well, hell, if the shit going bad, I'm gonna get out of it." It don't work like that.
Yeah.
It don't always work because when you got emotions and feelings involved. I don't think you could just leave like that.
And I
I
think
mean,
that's
shit.
why we got to sit there as people and be alone so we can have that fucking power to leave situations where you don't serve it.
And it's just
You
like
don't like, cause look, that's the sense of need or sense of guilt. Or, like a lot of situations for men I know in situations is a sense of guilt. They there or they not trying to leave because they have a certain love for that person and they know them leaving is going to put them in a fucked up situation. Not them, but the person that leaves.
Mm.
And I know so many men who getting dogged out right now by women like that they don't need to be with, but for the simple fact they love them. That
and it's
shit
and
weird.
it's that and
And
it's something
that's why I
else.
say it go
It's
both
something
ways.
right, but
Because
It does
right,
go
it does
both
go
ways.
both
I
you
ways.
was
agree.
on women heavy, like men
No,
don't go through
no,
that
you
shit.
misunderstood me. I didn't just say one sided. It was
Yeah.
both sides. I said
That's
you
it.
got women that drag men down,
Yes,
as well as you got men that drag women down. That's
for
what I said
sure.
initially.
For sure.
Y'all said something, but I say for a lot of time for women, because a lot of time women, because they want to be in that safe spot with a man, they will just give their independency away. You know what I'm saying? To him.
Well, that's what we're called to
That's
do,
a-
right? That's
exactly.
the mission.
But
Exactly.
It's for
That's
me to
submission.
allow you to lead, and
Exactly.
but then you fumble the
Like
ball,
y'all talked
and now
about
I'm
the
left with
love
the
bomb.
bad
Just
news.
like you talked about it last time, the love bomb, right?
Can I say this?
A man can love bomb the shit out of a woman and give her everything that she needs in the beginning to where she feels safe.
Women do
And
the
then
same
when she
thing.
do surrender, then that's when that demon come out of him. And now it's time for her to fumble and scramble. But now, not only did she give up her independence, she gave up her heart.
It
All right, but
happened to
even with
me.
that being said,
It
right,
happened to me.
that goes to
Really?
being in a situation
Yeah.
of understanding we need to actually see people in all their seasons before we make the decision to be with them.
I think it's impossible
How?
because certain things happen.
Because if you
certain
just
times.
look at some person for what good they doing or how good they make you feel, you're not seeing how bad they can make you feel, the shit they can run you through. Of course, once it start happening,
certain situations
no, but
only
look,
happen with certain times.
I
though,
get it, but
that you can
shit,
see something.
that calls for patience, bro. Like you can't
Yeah.
rush life, and if it's meant for you, it's meant for you.
Now
Yeah.
I hear you, and yes, two things can be right at the
Two
same
things can
time.
be true.
So yes, you are right. But if someone is if if you have already experienced hurt, pain, X, Y, and Z, you know what I'm saying? And then someone comes in and show you something totally different. They love bomb you. you know what I'm saying, being everything you need to be. Y'all may have some moments, you
Mhm.
know, but
Mhm.
them moments, in that time, it could have been 1,000 red flags.
Right.
You didn't see none of that.
Yeah.
Right.
No, you seen it, but you ignored it. You made the choice to understand that shit wasn't that important for you at the moment. It's how you want to feel.
But it's only a red flag if you've experienced it before. So if you've
No,
never
but
had
she's
someone do something for you and didn't follow through, and you're trying to
Right.
give that person a chance,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's not a red flag because I'm thinking I'm being treated the way I'm supposed to be treated now. Right?
Right.
And then
Yeah.
people are not gonna be perfect neither, so you can't
Yeah.
just cut someone off the first
no,
time
no,
they
don't
do
cut
something.
them
Yeah,
off.
no, we're
But
not talking about
And
understand
that.
so,
So it
We're
takes
talking take
right,
it through the mud.
right.
We're talking take
But
it
yeah,
through the
it's
mud.
But you got to go through some stuff sometimes. Sometimes you go through some things to see a person how they really is, and by that time, especially if they love bomb you, by that time your feelings involved.
and love
all right.
bonding can
So
last.
that all right outside of love bombing because these situations
Yeah, that's
happen
different.
when
Mhm.
people don't even be love bombed. It's just a situation of survival. You got to understand how the brain works as well. You're going to go with complacency and what's comfortable when the brain is in survival mode, which a lot of people do, men and women. So they just say this: a person will look at all the good aspects of all the people they've been with, and they try to fit it in one person. And as soon as they see that person don't fit all the good aspects they wanted from all the people they previously dealt with, it kind of builds to like a wall in a relationship because it's like now you don't live up to the standard that I made for myself based off of our experience. And that be a lot of downfall in
Resentment.
situations. They want the situations that they build for themselves, not understanding that this person is their own individual person.
True. That's true.
So
Mhm.
I think that this type of conversation takes a lot of the personal responsibility of people. Now we come in here and we talk about the fact that we have to take responsibility for our actions and the
Yeah.
things that we
Mhm.
do.
True.
But then when we get to this type of conversation, it becomes well, the other person made me another person. Now, barring physical stuff where you're at fear for your life, which does happen at an alarming rate. We talked about that here.
Mhm.
But barring that, the situations that people have themselves in, to Philly's point, they pick these people and they stay in these situations when they can leave. All right, because it's being comfortable. There's 1,000 other reasons, you know, whether it's that person might make money and it makes them comfortable, the person might got some good whatever, and they like that. Because we heard about that too before here on this podcast. You feel me?
Well,
Do you feel me? Huh?
Ding, ding,
Huh?
You
ding,
feel
ding,
me?
ding, ding,
Okay.
What happened?
Son,
I don't know what happened.
yeah, you wasn't
I
here.
don't know what
So I wasn't talking about you.
ding.
I want to know what
Ding, ding, ding,
happened.
So-
Clearly something happened.
So people will stay in situations a lot.
Mhm.
Then they get on social media and they tell a lot of these stories that are one-sided. Because first of all, we all know that a lot of these situations is y'all both was hell. Okay, let's be real.
Right.
Okay, and I preach accountability on. That's why first thing I ask, what did you do? Okay, if you can't answer what you did, I don't want to hear nothing else. I don't want to hear nothing because all your conversations is gonna be that nigga, or that chick, that chick, that chick. Tell me what you did first.
The question should be what you allowed.
And I'll say, my mom used
And
to.
then that's the second one.
Yeah.
Then what did you allow?
What you
Yep.
allow.
What the fuck did you allow
You got a
for
point.
that person
That
to
part.
feel like they could play with you like that?
Yeah.
So
Like a lot of people don't ask themselves that question because they think they was perfect or they did everything right.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
People got their own standpoint of what the right person is, and maybe you wasn't.
So what about the
but
comment?
why
Bridget
is it
said?
but why is it so easy? Why is it so easy once you get off to do those same things that you should have done before? Like you should have been putting on that makeup. You should have been getting that hair done. You should have been working on yourself and reading books. Why motherfuckers want to start reading Women Evolved and all this other shit now once you get the fuck out of here now. Now you want to get into some Kevin Samuels literature or whatever you want to do. You want to read 1984 now that you broke up. Why do you wait? Why do
you should grow. You should every situation you should level up.
But why do you wait?
It's not that you waited, it's that you were in a situation and maybe and I think you shouldn't wait, but I feel like whenever you're enlightened, whenever your eyes are open them and see. And so maybe it was somebody who didn't encourage her to do better. He was too busy out in the street.
Do like the slaves
Or she too
did.
busy
They snuck
chasing
and learned how
after
to
him.
read. If a slave could do it, you
Listen.
tell me you can't do it now?
My
Listen.
mom used to say this. She used to say, it doesn't matter how flat the pancake is, it always has two sides. So people can only speak from their perspective. I can't say what you thought in that situation. All I can do is tell you what my experience is. And I think what happens, what we see online when people are doing these story times, is that they probably haven't even had that transparent conversation that they're having on TikTok with their audience. They never had that conversation like that with the person they're even talking to. And that's why you have then next thing you know, the boyfriend's, well, wait a minute, let me tell you my side. And sometimes I bet that's the first
Communication.
time. Yeah, no communication. Zero.
Communication.
Raise a valid point. Bridget said you don't see the old person until you with them.
I can
Well,
agree. I
that's-
can agree with that.
You don't
Yeah,
see the,
but
say that
that's-
again,
The whole person.
until you're with them. Yeah.
Well, that
yeah.
goes back to what Philly said. After you start seeing certain shit and you continue to dwell in it, then it's your choice to stay or not. But you
It's
know,
always a
that's
choice.
neither
Yeah,
If
here
somebody
here.
smacked me the first time, that's their fault. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what I said, whatever. If you just came up, Jimmy decided, bro, I'm tired of EJ coming in here sipping on that drink, doing this right here every time. Get tired of it. I'm tired of him doing it. And he come over here and smack me, right?
Mhm.
If I come back in here the next day, first of all, if I don't hit him back, that's a problem. But if I bring my ass up in here the second day and do the same thing and I'm expecting a different result, so I'm gonna come in here. He smacked me the second time, who it's on?
You.
Yeah.
Auntie J. Auntie J. come
I
Yeah,
on.
go
think
ahead.
shit, when it's on me, you smacked me the first time, it was on me. 'Cause
Right.
What made you think you can fucking just check
do
on
it
me?
in second.
I mean,
You got- you got- no, I'm just saying,
some
that's
people
how I
just
feel.
ain't. Some,
You shouldn't leave
some-
from the first
Listen,
time. That's
listen.
the
I
first
just
time was
feel
the
like,
smack.
I don't know, it just feel like
Read
you
it.
should.
Auntie
So-
J, she says, because sometimes you wake up while in it. Sometimes I do. I wake up while I'm in it. But anyway,
That's right.
and now you have to get out of the environment or relationship or situationship to heal and reevaluate where it went left. Mine to the right. But anyway, to self-reflect, you got to sit with self. Can't
I
heal in the
can't.
same space of what broke you.
That part.
That is true.
Okay. Sometimes males or females stay too long.
Right. I mean, no one is trying to make an excuse for it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people just don't, like you say, don't move the way you move. You know what I'm saying? They may take longer. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
I
to
thought
see
that's-
things.
I thought that's what we speak on was real, so people can understand like that ain't the right move.
Well, it's still, you still have to
But-
reach people for where they at and not where you think they should
Yeah,
be.
but yeah, don't think that's cool.
Oh shit, what's up, Auntie? I didn't even know that was you. That was up. What's good? with you? I had to go check real quick.
Yeah. So, you know,
That's
I
one of
mean-
them golden delicious BBWs right there.
okay.
Yeah, okay then. Oh, honey bunny butter. Good. Continue.
Continue.
I done lost my train.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry about that. Sorry.
The golden honey bun.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not the honey bunny in that story. No.
Okay,
no,
see.
no.
You
My
was
bad,
like-
my bad. My bad.
I
I'm
still
lost.
remember that story. You weren't here with that story.
Yeah.
I still remember that story. But like I say, you just have to reach people from where they're at and not where you think they should be.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? And then have compassion sometimes. You know, because everybody's not like you. Everybody don't think like you, everybody don't move like you, everybody don't feel like you, everybody don't love like you. Some people have issues. You see what I'm saying? Some people have self-esteem issues. And most of the time when people get in a relationship with people that with those type of traits, they're more like narcissist traits. And narcissists kind of latch on to like people that's empaths.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? And a person that's an empath try to see the best in a person. And a narcissist will show glimpses of good. And enough glimpses of it's like a pimp. A pimp will give just so much to a hoe to where she feels that she actually needs him to sell her body. Now think about that. Let that marinate. A pimp is manipulative enough to make a woman feel.
Some of these hoes
No,
don't got no game, bro. They need
But
somebody
just
to
listen
get
to that.
I ain't
Think
gonna
about
fraud though. When it comes
Think
to
about
that,
it for a minute.
boy, you wanna go there?
Just think about it. A pimp has the manipulative power to make a woman feel that she needs him to sell her body.
But I ain't gonna fraud when it comes to that type work. If she a real hoe, she ain't going unless he making her some money outside what she can do by herself.
I understand that point, but you're missing the point I'm making.
I get the point you
The
make,
power of some people manipulative spirit.
but what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
that's
this what I'm saying.
another level of
This
manipulation.
what I'm
For
saying.
sure.
He fits the role that she living. That's not manipulation. If that's what something you already want. You already a hoe. You already selling coochie. And this nigga ain't doing nothing but making you understand he can make you more money by what he do.
But he
I
really
just
not.
see things from the outside, from
But he's
beneath
not.
the
We
surface.
get it, you a pimp, cuz. I understand.
I'm not a
We-
pimp.
we-
I'm not.
We,
I-
we
but
said
I
something
done-
about your lifestyle. My
I
bad.
done saw. I done
Listen,
saw-
I hit
I
the
done
nail on the
witnessed-
head and
I done
offended him a little
witnessed-
bit. I'm sorry.
I done witnessed a couple 80-hour hoes go to $500 hoes dealing with a nigga. You feel me? So it's just like certain shit you gotta understand. Like the game is only sold, not told. When it comes to that game, it's definitely sold. That's why they.
We got a new name for
So-
Philly, y'all. Superfly.
A gold.
Got him.
We'll call it
I'm
Goldie.
chilling, bro.
Philly
We got
Goldie.
pimping 101 over here.
I got a lot of OGs. That's
Oh
all
my
I'm saying.
God.
Yeah, we blame it on the OGs.
I
That's
got a
what's
lot
up.
of OGs.
Yeah.
Okay, so to get back and bring it back full circle. So with the poly relationships, we have discussed that we feel it's a double standard.
Mhm.
Us men are admitting that it is a double standard. Okay, so you kind of got your answer. So, okay,
Okay.
you know, I don't know what else to tell you. Like
I
this is
don't
how
know.
we feel about it, you know. But and she kind of feels the same way that you feel. Like it's not fair. But again, I'm gonna go back to that statement I put in the beginning. All right, you are a lot. I know you might not want to be a lot, Frank. You know what I'm saying? I know you wish you was a key,
But she's saying
You know what
I'm a key.
but you're a lot. You know what I mean? You
Listen,
have.
I'm a lock
Okay.
when you make me.
Are
lock.
you a
I gotta agree.
Are
with
you
TJ.
a biological
Y'all are the lock.
born woman?
We are the lock.
Are you a
but
biologically born gender woman? Whatever how they do all that stuff. Now, 'cause I ain't trying to get you born as a woman, right?
Mhm.
Of course.
Okay, so I don't. It can
Just say,
look,
look,
yeah,
just say you're a
look,
lot that can't easily be open.
Yeah,
Can we just leave it at that?
yeah, but you're still
Yeah.
alive.
You
right?
still-
But I'm
Yes,
not-
you're a lot. You're a lot.
You a lock.
You're a lot.
You're not the key.
You cannot be a key
Listen.
unless
Okay.
you
A
out
key
here
protrudes
pegging
out.
Yeah,
Thrust
like-
He goes
Hey,
into the
you-
lock.
You,
Yeah.
you don't want to go
A
there.
key
You're
goes
not a
into
key.
the lock. It's a good
I'm
thing
not
to
talking about
be
when
the
y'all
lock,
be
though.
strapping some of
I'm
y'all.
talking- no, we-
Once
we're
a
not
man can
talking-
unlock that,
I think he's trying to double he's a double analogy going because
It's a
initially-
dick. It sticks out like a key. Okay, I'm trying not to say it, but you gonna make me do it. You are locked. You have
Saying
a
is that you
female
can have
has
a
a
master key that can open, and then that you're going around to see you can open it up with different women. Like,
All right, so
what?
let me explain.
Yeah.
What he's saying is basically a master key, which can open multiple locks,
It's valuable.
is a good
Yes,
key.
any man. Then I mean, every man has a master key.
No, not any man.
Nah.
That's
A lot
multiple
of
women.
men.
All right, I'm gonna say this. Only about like, and this is that only like what 68%, about 68% of men is not having regular sex.
But if they've had sex with more than one
No,
woman,
you
they
just
have a
heard what I
master
said,
lock,
though.
right?
68% of American
From
men,
what you're saying, that's why.
68%.
of American men are not having regular sex.
Which is defined
What
as
is-
more than twice a week.
That's once a week. You gotta
Is it
have it
once
on
a
a
week?
regular basis.
Having sex every week.
They probably have it once a month. So with that being said, it is not all men. That's why I be saying like,
Right.
when women get to talking, like, it's not that many hoes. It's just-
68%, that's a big number.
It's not that many
Price
hoes,
yourself.
right?
I
It's just
can't.
y'all attracted to the same hoe. That's it. Y'all, a lot of women are attracted to the
Like we
same
say,
man.
sex is harder for men than it is for women.
A lot harder, and that's what I'm trying. The point I'm trying to make.
That's facts. Y'all agree with that, right? The
Yeah.
sex is harder for men.
we can do a social experiment
Yeah.
and prove it.
I
If
I
you go
agree with
outside
that.
right now, all right. Because we're by the library, maybe not. I mean, by the museum. but I don't know.
No.
But if you go out and you yell, all right,
Well,
you yell, I want some dangling,
It coming.
right?
It coming.
You're gonna that's gonna come way
Right.
before.
Take a post
Let me
button
yell
right
outside.
You going
I want some pussy.
watch this
See
dog
how
go-
long it's gonna take.
Yeah.
Post something. Watch this thing go crazy. Chat gonna go crazy if you post something right now
Yeah.
about linking up with the person, whatever.
I ain't finna put
I
that.
need
on
to-
I
my
know you're not gonna do it. I'm just saying.
I'm just
Would
saying.
you now in that scenario?
Mhm.
Would you bet if you had to bet your next paycheck?
That is, I mean, this is common knowledge
So
that
then-
women
So
women are able to have sex faster than a man.
Right.
Is that
for-
double
for
standard?
sure.
Or is that just life?
That's biology.
That's just life, right?
Yeah, that's life
Alright.
for sure.
Okay.
That's life.
just like the other thing is,
Just like the
Just,
polygamy.
I say, just like the other thing. Just like
It's just like
when it's to your advantage, it works. When it doesn't, it
it
doesn't. Work.
doesn't.
But I think then that's not I don't know. I just feel like when you talk about people who are polyamorous, I feel like some of the people who participate in it, I don't believe they're truly polyamorous people. I think there are some men who just want to have multiple women because you can't just focus on the physical side of being polyamorous, but not on the other side, which is that you also should be, fulfilling other needs, not just physical needs for all of these women. And I think there are men out there who have these relationships with multiple women. And I feel like that's okay. That's a non-traditional relationship. If you have women who are knowledgeable and know that you're dating multiple women, I feel like that may not necessarily be polyamorous.
That's
That
an
may
open
just-
relationship.
Yeah, that's an open
I'm not saying
relationship.
That's not poly.
Yeah. And I think the problem, people say they want to have open relationship, but they're not having open honesty about it. And I don't even call that an open, well, I guess it is if you're in a relationship, but I feel like you can have that and you can have people who are just single and dating. And just as long as you just need to be honest about what you're doing. Don't act like you're being exclusive with somebody if
And you're
that's
not.
not what's happening.
Yeah.
Like, and you should do that before you begin having sex with them, not just because you met somebody and y'all kicking it and I didn't say I wasn't. That's lying. That's lying by omission.
Nah, yeah.
so. You saying don't wait till you get in a
Nah.
relationship.
To
And
be
now you
honest.
feel like you ain't
Yes,
getting everything.
because then
back,
you
and now
didn't give me
want-
the chance to
Right.
say yes or no.
I get that.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm giving you the
bringing it up to you in the middle of a relationship, I don't think there's nothing wrong as long as you haven't started it. Now, it might be something that's in your mind, and
Mhm.
you say, "Hey, this is something I want to do." Are you cool with it? Now, that's gonna cause some rifts if she don't want to, because now she's gonna be looking at you, or he gonna always be looking at.
Then
the
that's
other
not
side.
your lady.
but
If
that's
she's not
okay.
with your lifestyle, that's not your lady.
But people, like we talked about before here, people change. Even in relationships, especially through the years, people change. So that's kind of unfair because you might have started off, that's what I want, but then your taste changed. Different things happen. We always talk about how people change all of the time. Whether it's you all of a sudden you want to go to school now. Okay, you was cool with being a housewife at first. Now you want to become something else, whatever.
Mhm.
That's a big change in the relationship
Yeah.
too.
Right.
We shouldn't look at that change as that's socially unacceptable to y'all point that y'all was talking about earlier.
that.
And
And
so
that
Yeah.
love
that's why it
shit,
becomes
bro.
such great.
I
But
got
if she wants to become a doctor all of a sudden when she just wanted to be a housewife at first, that's okay now in today's
Mhm.
society, or whatever the situation is. Or if he doesn't want to, he wants to change jobs all of a sudden, but it's much less money now. But that's gonna help him
Move forward,
Yeah,
maybe his
his-
career.
And
all that type of
Maybe
stuff.
it's a lateral move.
Yeah.
in
And
your
I
career,
also
yeah.
believe that just because, okay, I bring this up later on in our relationship, that doesn't mean I'm your person. That just means I'm communicating with you what I would like to explore.
Well, I'm gonna tell you when it becomes not your person. So we're in an open relationship. We've been fine with it, and at a certain point, I decide, hey, I want it to be just you and I. So I talk to you. I say, hey, I know we agreed to this 2 years ago, but
Mhm.
now we have a child or whatever the case may be. I believe we need to stop doing this. And then the man says, I told you what I wanted when we started. Well, then at that point, you got to make a decision. You can't stay in it and then get mad because he didn't want to change. And I think that's the problem. A lot of women don't want to have that conversation and they don't want to make that decision.
I
And they
think
think they can
couples,
convince them. And listen.
I think couples that are serious should have that conversation at least every 6 months about changes or things that they need from their partners. People don't do that. They're scared to actually sit down and express the vulnerabilities of what they need.
Yeah.
Because now, if you don't provide it, I done told you this is what I need, then I'm going to look at you differently. And a lot of people can't sit with that knowing damn well I'm like, just like, damn, she might not live up to the person I need her to be.
Right.
If I tell her to come through and she don't do it, it's different than expecting you to, you know what I mean, just learn it by the hints and bullshit I give you, you know what I mean, when you do fuck up.
Yeah, that's not fair.
You're right, though, because relationship does change. You know what I'm saying? And so you do have to have those conversations when it changes.
No,
You know what I'm saying? That open line of communication is very important.
Yeah.
Like I say, even with me and my wife, we've been married 16 years. We 17 in March. And our relationship has, from the beginning to first 5 years in it to 10 years in it, you know what I'm saying? It's changed. It has changed several times.
That part.
That's good. Yeah. For sure.
She's changed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff she feel like she want to do, I've changed. A lot of stuff I feel like I want to do, like even with this podcast. She didn't sign up to be with a man that do podcasts. You know what I'm saying? To do, especially, I'm around a lot of women and a lot of single women. Yeah, at the same time. So that's something she didn't sign up for in the beginning. She married a truck driver. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. It definitely does change in different directions, but that's where that compromise will come in. Some people just can't do it. Some people just can't do it.
Bro, I feel you. Cause see, I used
It ain't in 'em.
to uppercut her every time she fried the chicken wrong. But see, as we got in our relationship longer and longer, I understand that she just can't cook, so it's okay.
Boy, I hope she ain't watching. You ain't getting nothing to eat for a minute, boy. Nothing to eat for a minute.
So yeah, so exactly. So it's okay. I don't have to upcut her no more. We good.
Yeah.
You right.
And it was okay. Like you was like, that's not a deal breaker.
Well, that was after the uppercuts, because now her jaw is much stronger now. So you know what I'm saying? It like hurt now.
Lord,
It's a joke, y'all. It's nothing. I'm just joking.
Wait a minute.
I'm joking. Yeah, so I'm not. Just playing, y'all. Just playing. But things change in there. Now, I think we done hit this one enough. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have too much longer. I can get out of here in about is it 6:30 or 7:30 right now?
7:30.
I get out in about 15 minutes. So let's talk about this these parenting styles of people. And first off, who all got kids here? Okay, all right, good. So we all got kids. Good. All right, I got 3. I'm a father and a stepfather. Okay, so I got some. So I've seen all sides.
Total.
I've been 3 total.
Longest kid. Okay.
Yeah. So I've been on all the sides. And what I see a lot is today's day and age, this gentle parenting and this permissive parenting stuff. I just want to say this to get this on record. Y'all got me fucked up.
What you said, permissive?
Yeah, permissive
parenting?
parenting
What
is
does
pretty
that
much
mean?
the same thing. Okay, so there's 3 main parenting styles. There's authoritarianism, there's authoritative, and then there's permissive. Permissive is the new age we're calling it gentle parenting now. All right, so those are the 3 types. Authoritarian is basically you do what I say, that's it. You know what I mean? There's no room for anything like that. Where I fall in the middle is authoritarianism is in the middle. Authoritative, excuse me. It's in the middle. It's high standards, high achievement, but we do consider some feelings and some things from time to time and time to grow. Not quite like my parents was, because I grew up with that. You gonna do what I say, all that type of stuff.
Mhm.
But we do give some room for growth because you see kind of how you was raised and you give a little leeway. But now we've gotten into this gentle parenting where it's too much feelings. It's too much, in my opinion, it's too much. You have to consider everything. You tell them go wash some dishes. They're talking about negotiating with your child on chores and stuff, and have to give them rewards based systems for doing things and all this stuff. I want to know how you guys feel about all of that.
Who's that?
You gonna ask on something specifically or like
Just in general, those parenting
Well, you got a
styles.
comment, Ms. Nisi. What's going on, Ms. Nisi? She's part of the show. She's a family.
Because she says, yeah, that old school parenting was definitely more effective. Kids nowadays are so disrespectful and entitled. SMH, whoop they
they
behind. All right.
Whoop they
that's-
ass.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think let me say this. Let me say that right quick. We are raising our children the way white people raise theirs now, because they raise their children with no boundaries. They don't have any boundaries. So we have gotten to the point now we are raising our children with no boundaries. We are letting them do a lot of stuff that our parents and grandparents didn't let us do because of, we just adapted to this culture that is given to us by the Westerners, and it is not for us. And that's the reason why our children are going to prison and to the graveyard at record numbers than their children are. We just not cultured the same. I don't think we're supposed to dwell the same in the same area. I don't, because we're not cultured the same. And we don't have our own culture, and we adopted their culture, and it's not working for us. It's not. Yeah, we more educated, we make a lot of money, but what do we have that's ours? Nothing. And our children are the one that's suffering because we got better lifestyle. My kids come up in a 4-bedroom. We don't.
We don't.
We don't.
Your
they all
see if
over
your
the
thing is
place.
on.
It'll die. It might
It
die.
is die. No, it did. It seemed like it went off. My bad.
All right, you good.
Oh, but go ahead. What you said we don't have culture. I don't agree with that. But
We don't.
yeah.
I mean, we have like a hip hop culture.
Which
That's
is
still not
destroying
culture.
Right.
That's still
It's
not
not,
culture.
it's not culture.
Culture is a tradition.
When you look at the Puerto Ricans, the Mexicans, the Koreans, everybody come over here.
They have a
keep
rites of
their culture.
passage.
Right. They keep their culture and they operate in their culture.
Right.
Our culture was stripped from us when we became slaves. They stripped that from us. Our God, our culture, everything was taken from us. And they gave us a culture. And this culture that we have adapted to is not ours. It's not our culture.
I mean, that's
and it's self-destructive.
But we do have culture. I thought that's what culture is.
We don't. Look,
There was African culture, but the reality is that we came to America, and so now I
We
think
didn't come.
we were brought. Excuse me, my bad. You know what I mean. We're here, and now we're over 400 years in, and so there is a sense of culture. We have Black churches, we have genres of music.
All the
we
black
have
churches are geared around white Christianity.
okay. I feel like that's a whole
all right.
other subject.
What
But
I'm
there
gonna
are
say,
also
right.
mosques here. There are Nation of Islam. There is an African American culture. I don't like that narrative.
I'm
I get
gonna
it, yeah.
say this.
I get it.
I'm gonna say this.
I don't see it. I've
As
never
far
seen
as
it.
as far as culture, right? America, anybody who is American has no culture. If you can see, even white Americans steal everybody else's culture. Like we don't. I'm gonna be honest. We don't. Like if you think about it, like what traditions, what values, and what morals have we set as a people, as black people, that we all follow, that no one doesn't It's
There's
nothing.
no culture like that. When you go
Yes,
to
it
Africa,
is.
there are
Yes,
different.
it
When you
is.
go to Africa,
Every other,
there are
I'm
different
sorry,
tribes. There are
not
different
the
tribes.
not the, but you go to India, China, all of them, they all are set by a culture. You can identify them by their
The
culture.
culture of
We
their
have
country.
nothing to
Of
be
their
identified.
country. There's a culture of what Americans allow, what we view as permissive. The fact that we have the allowance to say, I want to be polyamorous. I want to be.
That's
Why
not
you
a
think
culture.
people
I
That's
wanna,
choice.
yeah,
That's
I wanna,
choice.
I
It's a
wanna, I
person.
wanna
That's
say
not a
this.
culture.
Freedom of choice.
And that's not something that we all
But freedom
do.
is a
Like,
part of our culture.
no, what I'm
Freedom
saying,
to
like
choose.
culture, like
That's
again,
not
culture
culture.
is the tradition, a set of values and morals that all those people follow. We don't
Pull
do
up
that. There's
number
nothing you can really say that we all set in stone and needed to
But
do.
no one, we're
That our
not.
grandmoms passed down to our children. That we there's nothing like that
We have
a whole
family
culture.
reunions. We have, like, those are things we pass to generation to generation.
Not as a culture.
Coach. So what
But we're
we
not.
saying?
Yeah,
So
we're
what?
not. We're not monolithic
people.
people. We're not a monolith. We're not all. Your culture might not be my like. Black people are. We don't live in pockets to say that we all gonna do this and we all
But
like.
that's a culture.
I do think there's a
That's a
culture.
cultural trait. Like
What do
you
you
have
think?
to have those things for a culture to be
I think
successful.
you're
So just
you're-
like
I think you're
for
confusing
example,
traditions and culture. Yeah.
we got
like
a lot of
Asians,
traditions.
like
We have a
yeah,
lot
we
of
have plenty
traditions,
of tradition. Christmas
but we
is a
have no
tradition.
culture.
Easter is a tradition.
Right, but that's not our culture.
No, that's not our culture. But like they said, when you go to Japan, Asia, and all these other countries, they have a particular culture. It's what like their costumes, the what they have traditional and cultural costumes. You can't just wear
All
wanna
right,
read what
one
Shonda
thing,
said?
holiday. We're gonna
You wanna
say
read what Shonda
holidays.
said?
Like when you
Not
dealing
trying
with
to cut
other
y'all off.
cultures, like everybody of that culture celebrates that holiday. Now, when you come over to America, these were all made holidays by Americans. So you had people who
It's
Well,
a melting pot.
those were traditions made
I
by
got-
them. So our culture are the things we made.
no, what I
Okay,
mean,
I got to put a pause on this.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'll go back to the
We are
original
the culture.
conversation.
Let me say that. If anybody in this audience, black
Hold
people are the culture. We
Ma'am,
are, and
ma'am.
that's why we have a culture. When
Excuse
you
me,
go to other
ma'am,
countries,
ma'am. I gotta go
go
to
ahead. Go ahead. I just don't like
we'll
that
get back. We'll
narrative.
get
I'm
back to
sorry.
it. Get back to it. But
Listen, fight the power. Listen, don't say that.
could you click on the X?
Hey, stand your ground, sis.
Listen.
Click on the X real quick. On Shonda, click on the X so I can come back up.
Okay.
yeah,
So Shonda Chanel on the original topic is it's called Stop Being Scared of Your Own Children. Teach them, period. You are the authority, not them. And then there was another comment. If you go back up a little bit. What's her name? I see the name, but what's
That's Miss Nisi.
Miss Nisi. Miss
Yeah.
Nisi says folks aren't taking their kids to church. Young parents don't make God a priority. Music and TV are raising these children while the parent doesn't do anything but pay or really doesn't pay them any attention. Okay.
Jimmy.
And Bridget.
Yes.
Bridget says, I think we need to discipline and talk to our children early about the consequences of their choices and be consistent with them. And Shonda says, and imagine being a teacher dealing with all that and trying to have kind of control. So we do have a teacher that's in here
We do.
and
I
that
don't
understands
agree
that.
with.
And so I will say this and then I want
That's
you
it.
to comment back on that, especially with you. Well,
Oh yeah, I'll speak
She on
on
the
it.
culture thing, right?
Well, no, I'm
You
off
done-
that.
You done with it?
No,
All right.
yeah, I'm off that. I was gonna say, I think what I was going to say before I started on the culture thing was that I think we're confusing gentle parenting with being an uninvolved or neglectful parent. Because a gentle parent is just someone who is being mindful about how they address their children. You are not raising children, you're raising adults. I have a 28-year-old, and she is a functioning adult. She has a career, she has her own things, and we have gone through every stage of childhood. She is now, that is one of my little friends now at this point, because she's an adult. And my job now is to guide her when she asks me, not for me to control her, not for me to be all in her business, but for me to be there as a guidance if she needs that. And I think what we're talking about, what we're seeing when you say parents are allowing their kids to do things too early, I think they are seeing people who are truly parenting doing things and they are mimicking it without the actual work that goes behind parenting. So yes, my child, I may allow my 19-year-old to go to spring break, but that's because we started in middle school where I was there guiding them on, yeah, you can do this. No, you can't do that. Y'all not doing that. We've done that all through middle and high school. And by the time they're in college, they know, they've been taught. But I think what people do is they look over and they say, oh, they letting their kids go. And you haven't taught your kids anything. You're just letting them out into the wild and hoping for the best. And that's a non-involved or neglectful parent. That's not someone who is guiding their child. I think there's a difference. And I
Okay.
don't think it involves whipping. So that's why I say I think I'm a gentle parent.
So, I respect your opinion on that, and I understand, you know, with what you do and everything. I can only go by what I see. And in talking with a lot of people with what I do,
Mhm.
kids and stuff comes up a lot. Because there's either issues or I'm not an official counselor or anything like that, but I am somebody who, you know,
You know what you
a
see.
lot. And trying to say this in a better way. I think that when we get into this gentle parenting stuff, maybe it's intentions, but the way that people actually do it comes off more as permissive parenting than gentle parenting because there is
Mhm.
technically a difference. I think that we have to, our children need to know that no means no. There's always going to be somebody that you're going to have to listen to no matter what. All right. I'm this old. When I come in
Right.
here, Jimmy is the host. So if he says something, it's going to go like that within reason. You know,
Right.
there's always somebody that's higher than you on the totem pole. Because when that cop pull you over, does not care that your mother allowed you to talk out your feelings and how you felt about whatever and da 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 da. When
True.
that judge says shut up, you know what I'm saying, and stop talking, that means stop talking. Doesn't mean that I'm angry right now. I need to tell you how I feel. That does not work in real life. Okay.
That's how they be
Like, you know what I'm saying? And we were getting to, like, I get it. There are some times where there's a time to have a conversation because our parents sometimes went too far. Okay.
Right.
Sometimes I had one that did. I've spoke about all the
Same.
things that I went through. Okay. I went through the physical because I showed any emotion. I was knocked up the side of my head.
Yeah.
I was, you know, duct tape, you know what I mean? Crazy stuff that happened to me. So I understand. I have a reasonable, it was too far. But we still need to keep the core of, as a child, you have to learn that there is a time, even at jobs where we're at, you can't say certain things at certain times. You can't move. You don't just get this job because you have to earn. There's an earning system in just about everything in life. And these kids are, because of social media, because of, in my opinion, permissive parenting,
Keeping up with the Jones.
I think lack of
all of
parenting.
those things.
Yeah.
They are starting to feel that everything should just be given to me. Everything's supposed to become quick, fast, hurry, microwave society, and nobody wants to earn anything anymore.
Right. I used to coach Little League, and I had parents who, you know, if my daughter didn't do what she was supposed to do, I didn't care that I paid for Little League. That's something you enjoy. That's something you ain't doing this week. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? We're sitting down so you get them grades in order. There are too many parents not willing to do stuff like that. They want to. They are getting something out of what these kids are doing, and they don't want to take the steps, especially if it's something that's going to affect them.
I agree with both of you to a sense.
Mhm.
All right, now as far as lazy parenting, is definitely those out there, but you have some parents who just in survival mode.
We don't know.
Like they have no other choice but to spend 16, 12 hours at work and not be at home to raise their kids. And that's where a lot of the troublesome shit stems from. Is nobody guiding. Because sometimes even when you got your parent there, like you can get a more respectful child because they got a they got somebody that they gotta show that respect to on a regular already. So it's not hard for them. But as far as being a parent, you gotta understand the time for dictatorship and it's the time for democracy. You do gotta have them moments of democracy with your children. They have to understand that you're a safe place, regardless if they're in the right or wrong. Otherwise, you would lose it. from
And
the
they'll
kid.
never come
Yeah.
to you.
And then that and the streets gonna raise them. You like a lot of parents don't understand once a kid hit about like 14, 15, they start seeing you for the bullshit you was all your life. And I mean, like all that I gotta see you for this person goes out the window because I understand life a certain way now. So it's like once they start seeing that you won't have it all figured out, but you're talking and walking like your life is all figured out, like you really lose that touch with your kids, and that's when they turn to the street. I know that's one of the moments I turn to the streets is like,
Mhm.
nigga, like I can do this shit myself. I
You
can
have
do this
kids,
shit
Jimmy?
myself. Huh?
You have kids?
Yeah, I got two. I got
Okay.
a 16-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old son. Now, when my daughter, I used to be strict, like it was a hard dictatorship, and I was stripping her individuality with doing that because now she's shutting down. She's not performing in a way like she's editing herself to be around me because she feel like she has to be a certain way to be comfortable. So we gotta check ourselves as parents when we do shit like that because like that'll really fuck up like the motion you trying to build. Cause that's all I want was my daughter to be open. Like I can go to my dad about anything, but I'm always was trying to set the stage of the type of person she should be instead of looking at the person she was and yeah, I mean guiding that person. So I had to fall back and really understand I was the problem, and a lot of parents ain't willing to do that.
That is so
You're
true.
right.
Yeah.
I know with mine, in the total, I have 7. I got 2 boys.
Damn, Jimmy. Y'all had just slanging this, bro. What that song is on TikTok? He just be giving it out. God
You
damn.
been giving it out. You don't know what you're doing.
Well, you talking about hoes and shit. though. Sorry.
And Jimmy, how
That-
baby mama?
That's a key.
Is it just a lifestyle? I don't want to say that. I hate that term, baby mamas. But
That
how
nigga,
many
key.
women?
He the key opening up all the locks. He was in there
This
just.
is master key. You talking about you got the master key? No,
Damn, Jim, you don't believe in condoms, nigga? Yeah.
I said that. I thought the same thing, but you gonna say it out loud.
Yeah. Boy, you need some sheepskin or something, my nigga. Contraceptives.
Okay,
Bruh.
I got 2 bonus kids.
Okay.
Okay.
But they mine.
Okay.
But you made 5 and you got
I
7.
made 5.
With your wife?
No,
Okay.
unfortunately, no. I have 2 with my current wife, 2
Mhm.
with my ex-wife, and 1 in a previous relationship.
Okay.
So, and I have
I got
a
one
big
more thing to say, man. How your name Jimmy and you don't never wear it?
Huh?
How your name Jimmy?
Hey,
How your name Jimmy and you don't never wear
I've
it?
been married though. All my kids, 4 of them,
you're 50.
all 4 of them through
Don't help him out, man.
4 of them through
Man,
marriage.
listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Please, man.
All right, man. My bad.
So, you know, hey. But
I mean,
anyway.
you told me that I would be acting like that right now. If you told me that I would be acting the way he say acting.
All right. My bad. Go ahead,
So
bro.
I have 4 girls and 3 boys out of all of them. And I know with my girls, I'm weak as hell.
You that daddy.
I hate for them to ask me for
Cook said you got a whole tribe.
This is gentle parent over
Hey,
here.
I swear, man, they get everything they want from me. My son the other day was like, "Why why should get away with certain stuff and I can't get? I said, well, you don't worry about it. Just sit back. You know, so I am different with my daughters as I am with my sons. Um, I'm not strict. I'm pretty much. I wouldn't say I'm a dictator. I wouldn't say I'm nice. I'm pretty much. I just try to meet my kids where they at the time they are because they change.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, when my son was little, I allowed him to cry. You know what I'm saying? I picked him up, I kissed him. As he got older, it's like, okay, boy, get out your feelings.
What?
Yeah, I'm like that now.
Y'all like that?
Yeah, as he got older, you know what I'm saying? When he hit that 12,
nigga.
that's when he come into that puberty
And if
age.
he a daddy's boy,
Yeah.
oh, that shit's gonna be hell.
Yeah, so you know, I tried to
There's
train him-
balance. You mean
right,
balance.
the balance to give him that
Yeah.
balance because I had balance.
Knock his ass over.
Yeah. I had balance as a kid. You know, I had mom, I had dad. So I had balance, you know what I'm saying? So I have balance as a parent. I'm very balanced in those areas. I'm off balance a little bit with my girls because sometimes when I get to talking to them and I be a little rough, I can see the water in their eyes and I shut down.
Mhm.
One thing we gotta remember
Suck
is kids are some of the most manipulative
Man,
fucking
They are.
creatures on this earth.
Yeah.
They are selfish. They would do it's innate in them. Like
Well,
they
but I
don't
can
have
say,
to be
man,
told this.
I got good kids though,
Yeah.
man.
They still selfish.
Whatever,
Oh, mine is yes.
whatever
They still gonna
it
do
was
what's
I
best for
did,
them.
I feel like it worked because
Yeah.
I mean they are good. Even my bonus kids. I mean I can't really say much bad about either one of them.
And they're not perfect.
Shoot.
Right. They're
Yeah,
not
not
perfect. They're
perfect.
not
Let-
perfect.
For sure.
Let my
They could
son
be
tell
worse.
it.
They could be worse. They could, you know, a lot of parents going out there putting their houses up, getting their kids out of jail.
Yeah.
I never had to do that.
No.
I never had to do that. I never had to go bond nobody out. You know, so my son did get in trouble one time with a person that he shouldn't have been with. I told him, but they let him sit in there for a couple of days and they let him out because he wasn't the perpetrator. He was just with the wrong people.
With the people.
Right. That was like a lesson for him. But man, I
Thank
mean,
God.
I see a lot of my friends, a lot of people I know, they constantly, you know, going to get their kids out of prison, out of jail. They visit them, they send them put stuff on their books. I never had to do that, and I praise God for that because
Yeah.
in
Praise
this
God.
world, especially in this area, the streets would get your kids just like that. I don't give a damn how good you are as a parent. The streets would take your kids from you because they more impressed about their peer. They try to impress their peers more than they do their parents. They
Yeah.
go through that phase. You
And
know what I'm saying?
I had a face like that with my son. He's 17. He'll be 18 in 5 months.
Mm.
And you know, and his daddy wasn't always there, you know. So it'll be times where he be like, well, you being too hard on that boy. Da, da, da. No, I'm not, because you're not here to help guide him. And it's harder for, a woman to be raising a young man,
Right.
especially here in this
It's
area.
impossible. It's impossible for you to raise a young man. You can raise him to be responsible,
Right.
but you can't make him a man.
So it was times where he, when he get off the bus, he's supposed to come to the house, come do what you need to do, whatever. You finish your homework and stuff in a decent time, you want to go outside, cool. But you decided that you want to hang out before you come home. And I done told you numerous of times, don't do that. So I called the police and sent them to the house where he was at because they was doing shit they ain't had no business doing.
That could have went terrible.
Terribly wrong.
That could have went terrible.
So
Especially the police and a black young man.
But you felt like you were doing the right thing.
yes, I
Mm.
called them to the house because at this point you're not coming home, you running away. You running away from home because it's been hours since you've been back to the house.
Why you say that was a bad thing for her to do?
Could they kill us?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw
Well-
a story. Well,
Not only that-
I felt like she needed to hear that from y'all.
Right.
She needed that from
So-
me.
I don't.
Yeah.
I say that
Yeah.
because that, and also because like you knew like that nigga was coming back home. You just didn't like where he was at the moment.
Mhm.
I just
So-
think this could have went bad because the police, especially in this area, you know what I'm saying? That could have went back. Thank God it did.
Mhm.
But it could have went to a point where, your son could have been in his feelings.
Well,
And then
it I
going through that
yeah, I
stage where he
understand,
coulda
but
just
thankfully I
bucked on
know
them, and then they don't
the
like
cops
that.
that serve our area.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I know the cops that serve our area from the work that I do.
Mhm.
So when, you
Sorry,
know,
guys, I gotta get up out of here.
all right,
Okay.
EJ, see you
Later.
later. So when I called them and explained to them what was going on and asked them what can I do as the parent, and so they let me know what we could do. So he walked down there and he had to talk with my son and the adults at the house
Right,
and let them know, look, if this is, he's still a minor at the end of the day.
right,
He's a minor. So if he gets caught down here again and I'm telling y'all he's not supposed to be here, then the mother could take more actions then.
right. I got you.
Because I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And as his mom and living in the area that we was living in, like anything could happen. And
Right,
you hanging out with these kids that be hanging out in the street and stuff, like you not coming home, you know what I'm saying? Y'all y'all walking around in the street and
right.
stuff at night, and we have different drive-bys, you hear gunshots, at that time it was a lot going on
I
in
got
our
you.
neighborhood.
I got you.
But at the time, I still explained and talked to him why I did that and why I felt like it needed to be done.
Okay. All right. Well, this has been a great show. I see everybody kind of pulling out because we're going on 2 hours, but it's been good. So anyone, you guys, anything y'all want to say before we close up
Um,
about either topic? Because we kind of hit two topics. We didn't get into the general parenting that much, but we did kind of toe up the polygamy
yeah,
relationship.
about the polygamy relationships, like if it's for you, you want to dwell in it, you want to try it, okay, but get some knowledge about what it entitles and what it's all about instead of just, you know, I just want
Sex,
I or
the,
I yeah,
the extra
I just
peach.
want to have fun.
Okay, Billy.
Do what the fuck you want. If you want to be poly because you got, you know what I mean, actual motherfucking means to get things done, to have multiple women just to fuck, then do your thing, nigga. Who gonna stop you? Like,
All right.
but just understand most things come at a cost, whether it's good or bad.
Right.
That's it. Like, let them niggas beat up. Like, they chilling. Like,
I'm just
now,
saying for
women,
men and
y'all
men,
better
women
lock
or
that
whatever.
shit down.
So
Y'all
you
better
know,
lock it down. I'm telling you.
That's what's
you
up.
know, do what you do, but just don't out here doing shit you don't know nothing about. That's all I'm saying.
I say, I get where you're coming from, but I say, whatever intentions they got to be polygamous, that's their intentions, and like that's what they got in mind. As long as it fall under being polygamous, let them beat up. So even if it was just to take care of them, sex wasn't involved. He not wrong if his intentions is to be polygamous, but if he just doing this shit just to do it, then that ain't the people we talking about who just fucking around. They're just open relationship or being you just being single.
Yeah. Well, there you had it. I just want to say to on the parenting, you got to be present with your kids. I know a lot of parents are single parents. It's unfortunate. I know a lot of people are doing the best they can do with what they have. I understand that. And sometimes we don't choose the right people to have children with. But at the same time, you just got to try your best to be present. I found that just being present and spending quality time, having them involved in structured type of activity helps them out as they grow up, helps them with accountability, helps them how to become a team player, and just understanding what it takes to be committed to something. A lot of our kids today are not they're not committable to nothing. They don't even want to work, don't even go to school, they don't want to do anything but just smoke reefer and hang out in the streets.
Yep.
And you know, it's sad, and it's affected our community to a great deal, the most. Like I said, we are raising our children like the Westerners with no boundaries, with no discipline and no accountability. And it's hurting our children to where you look at prison. A lot of these kids go to prison before they even had sex with a woman.
Mhm.
There's a lot of young boys in prison right now ain't never had sex with a woman. And they get life sentences because they commit murder.
Mhm.
You see? That's not good. That's not good at all. I think a lot of parents need to check themselves, look in the mirror, take a look at what you do in front of your kids, what you do around your kids, the
Yes.
environment that
I
you
was about to
put
say
them
Yes.
that.
in.
We gotta look at the
Right.
examples we set.
Right. We're not setting good examples at all,
Mhm.
as a lot of parents are not, you know. So check yourself as a parent. Like Philly said, he had to check himself. I know I've had to check myself
I
plenty of
definitely
times.
had to check myself.
Guy said she had to check herself plenty of times. Don't never feel like you got it all because there's not a manual to parenting. You only can give your kids what you got as a kid, and then you'll kind of add your little spice to it. But sometimes if you didn't get what you needed as a kid, it's hard for you to give your children what they need. But definitely check yourself. And we appreciate everyone that chimed in with us. I know a lot of comments. We tried to get everybody comments that we could, and if we did read your comment, it was not intentional. So we just want to thank everybody that chimed in with us. Want to thank the hot seat coming in with us. They've been our family for a while now, and we definitely want to thank what is it? Two things could be true.
Mhm.
Frankie Foster, we appreciate her. We definitely appreciate Philly, the new guy on the set. Big shout out to Philly. Big shout out to Sky. Shout out to EJ and Coco. We'll see you next week. And that's it, people. Y'all have a nice week. May God bless you.
Peace, love, and soul grease.